If you're constantly shifting in your chair to ease that dull ache, or struggling to fall asleep because your back won't relax, or you're afraid to bend over without having that tightness, this is a low back issue. The reality is you are likely only loading your lower back when you're doing things like household chores, washing dishes, pulling weeds, and picking up your kids. But when those endurance muscles are not trained, they fatigue fast, and that's what leaves you sore, tired, and in fear to move your back again in those movements. As a physical therapist, I see this time and time again that people become fearful and they want to avoid these movements, but that's what creates vulnerability, and that's what's going to actually injure our back. Just like your legs, your low back muscles are endurance muscles. They do not need to be protected, they need to be strengthened. So in this video, we're going to go over my top 5 favorite exercises to strengthen that back and make sure it is not vulnerable and it is not fragile. For our first movement, we have a Jefferson curl. This is a phenomenal mobility, but also strengthening exercise at the same time. I have an entire YouTube video that's on this, but you really want to think about moving each little vertebrae individually. So what you're going to do is you're going to pretend like you're at the top of a deadlift. So you have your chin tucked, shoulders are rolled back, nice tall posture. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go vertebrae by vertebrae. So first I'm going to go, my head pulls down, then my thoracic spine, then my low back, and I'm just going dead weight. You're gonna go down as far as you can until you feel like those knees wanna bend. So let those hamstring lengthen, let your head come down, go as far as you can, just a light weight to help you pull down. Then when you come back up, you're not just gonna rise up. I want you to do the exact same thing and slowly unfold that. Go from the low back, then go to our thoracic spine, go to our upper spine, and then roll those shoulders back, tuck that chin back every single rep. You can also go a little bit more laterally, so we get more of those lateral low back muscles. So now we go a little bit to the side, and then we just basically trace down that leg, go down as far as we can, getting a nice stretch and a lengthen into that lateral back right here as we come up and just rise and segmentally move each vertebrae one by one as you're coming up. Next up, we have a seated forward bend. This is very similar to like a good morning, which I really like, but it doesn't have the load of the barbell on your back. So what you're gonna do is set that cable height, not all the way at the bottom, but maybe a couple inches a little bit higher, really just depends on your height. Then you're gonna come and sit back as far as you can here so you get a little resistance on that cable. You're gonna have nice wide legs so we get a little bit more lengthening in those hamstrings as well, a little bit into the adductors when we come down. But all we're gonna do is we're gonna let that cable pull us as far as we can and getting a full stretch into those hamstrings, into that low back. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna engage that low back as we pull back, and then we roll those upper shoulders back to get the entire back engaged and involved. That's why I like this one too. It's not just our lower back, it's all of our upper back too. Fully bend down every single rep. You're trying to get a little bit more lengthening, let that low back go, and then fully retract as you go each vertebrae by vertebrae to retract, just like on a Jefferson curl, but now we're adding weight to it. If you're doing this movement and you feel a little bit more in your hamstrings, that's completely normal because a lot of hamstring flexibility is tied to that low back mobility. So when you have really restricted hamstrings, it pulls you more into that posterior tilted position of your pelvis. And so it's okay to get a little bit more motion with this. It's actually a good thing to help with that low back mobility if you're feeling in those hamstrings. Where I think a lot of low back strengthening fails is we just always think about this direction, but we have to remember that our spine does lots of side bending as well. So suitcase carry is a great isometric engagement of our lateral back muscles. So gauge through in here, pull that core back with it, and then you just walk. You want to make sure you have this a little bit away from the body, so we load a little bit with our lats and we're just controlling as we come here. You should be feeling it mostly on this opposite side of the weight as we are walking forward. You can also walk backwards, challenge that stability just a little bit more, because it's not just about what your back can do, it's about how your back can load while you're moving other body parts like your legs, like your upper spine, as it transfers that force between the upper and lower body when you're moving like something like a backward walk. If you're someone who constantly deals with low back pain and you are not intentionally strengthening and training your core, then I want you to try out my core program. It has lots of exercises like these that not only strengthen our core, but also our low back muscles at the same time. For our next exercise, it's one of my favorites, is an oblique sling pull. What this is doing is strengthening our left and our right side of our body. Like we talked about before, that upper and lower body transfers forces, but not just up and down, across, sideways, obliquely. It's working on our fascial sling on the back side of our back and our shoulder. So with this one, what you're gonna do is set a cable around about belly button height, and then you're gonna take a step out, There's lots of stability and rotation of the back too. It's an anti-rotational exercise. So you're gonna act like you're doing a single leg RDL with the opposite leg on the ground from the hand holding the cable. So you're gonna go out and reach as far as you can. It's gonna wanna try and rotate you here. But like I said, it's anti-rotational, so keep your hips square down to the ground as you reach, and then you're squeezing and engaging those glutes and hamstrings on that side of that leg as you row with that arm and come upwards, okay? It's working that right shoulder and right shoulder blade while it's working our left glute and our left hamstring. So reach, literally go as far as you can lengthen and squeeze and engage through here as you pull up and bring that to your body. Okay, you can also make this into a strength exercise where now you just do more of a lunge. So come back as far as you can, get that glute and hamstring loaded as you come up there. It is very common that our low back is actually overusing for weakness in our glutes and hamstrings. So we want to make sure we have those glutes and hamstrings loaded and engaged first, and then we have the back coming up. I could take an entire series on movements that we can do to strengthen our glutes and hamstrings so we're not having our back do all the damage, because that's very common, like I said. So you can take that concept of having that glute and hamstring engaged first into something like a hyperextension, where you first have those glutes loaded and then you just segmentally rise up with that low back. But if you do not have a hyperextension, what you can do is a Superman. If you know me and you follow me on Instagram, then you know I'm the queen of creating some unorthodox exercises. We call them #JustJennyThings. So what I like to do with a Superman, I don't really like doing it on the ground because I think you just hinge and go through your low back too much. So what I like to do is apply a stability ball. So have a small little stability ball. Bring your body so you can almost be down on your elbows. And like I said, you want to think about first we're squeezing through our glutes. So we're squeezing through our glutes and then we rise up to that low back. You don't want to just like hinge off your low back and come here like this. You want to think about first you have those glutes engaged, and then once those glutes are engaged, we just rise up. You're not going to go up as high as you think you are, but you reset every single time, squeeze through those glutes, and then slowly rise up with that low back. If you feel like you're going into hyperextension, make sure it's slow and controlled. We only have about 10 degrees of spinal extension, so don't just hinge and segment off that. Really think about those glutes stay engaged, and you're only going up as high as you can until you feel like you lose that glute engagement and you're just hyperextended. Another Tuesday. Thank you guys so much for watching. I just want to take a second to applaud you on the other side of the screens for watching these videos, trying these movements out, getting in the gym, because this is not the easy part. So I'm just proud of you guys for bettering your bodies, bettering yourself, and I will see you next Tuesday.